Episode 24.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom. Oh, that's a lame. I was trying to find a good radio guitar riff, but that was ass.
You know what that reminded me of, though? Blood Gulch.
Yeah, definitely. That was Blood Gulch. Blues coded.
Yeah,
indeed.
red versus blue. So good.
Yeah. Last season's coming. Not that I've been keeping up, but I saw an ad for it. Yeah.
We watched that shit up to like at least season 13, right?
Oh,
so
we absolutely watched up to season 13.
So how many seasons have there been since?
About to find out.
All praise the Lord Google.
Oh my god, what the It completely changed what I typed.
I kind of want them to go back to the recording it in Halo.
Yeah, 18.
Alright, so we're like 5 seasons behind.
Oh yeah.
Not that didn't Church leave and everything, so isn't like most of the cast all different people now too?
Yeah, but Church was back also, so.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
With Carolina.
I forgot about her.
Beast.
Yes. Yes.
Indubitably.
But damn, Red vs. Blue, that's just such. You have that? You have like the first, or do I have the first 5 seasons?
You have the first 5 seasons, unless I still have your first 5 seasons.
You might.
Is an utter possibility.
It is because you have so many of my stuff now. Holding it hostage. Oh, I found 2 that my wife still has a copy of Volume 2 of your Spy Family.
It's true. I have not bought 3 yet.
I see you have it open, so we should just talk about that right off.
Oh, yeah.
Right before
I wanted to get some reminders because it's always like a full week
Yeah.
ago.
With 2 chapters of Chainsaw Man to talk about because we forgot to mention it last week because we're forgetful people. What?
It's so funny because there's this meme that I've seen around in Chainsaw Man of Asa fantasizing about like Chainsaw Man doing like a fucking twerking and Yoru just being like about it, and it's like fully come full circle this chapter with Asa thinking up a sentimental poem about Chainsaw Man and Yoru being stop. I'm like, did they predict the future? Because this is like months old memes here.
Meme culture wins again.
But I'm pretty sure I still have one saved. So I'm just reacting to Kishibe's chiseled jaw.
Oh no. Poor Kishibe. He needs to come back.
He does need to come back. I need Kishibe back.
I just love how Famine just kind of shows up and she's like, "Can I eat this?
Yeah, you gonna eat that plane? Can I eat this?
Can I eat this? I'm just gonna eat this."
Yeah, I just love... Fujimoto is the king of knowing when to just keep reusing a panel for comedy. Because it always hits when he does it. Can I eat this? Can I eat this?
Literally, this whole page is 3 of the exact same panel with different, just different
and it
frame
hits.
shots. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't saw the picture.
I don't trust Famine as far as I can fucking throw her though.
Oh, so. Yeah, me neither.
Something fishy's going on.
Could Denji even live without Pochita as a heart anymore? Like, is that really giving them both what they want?
It's a good question. Probably not. But then also, I said this to you before. Why does Famine want the smoke?
Why does Famine want the smoke?
War and Control have already lost. So why does Famine think that she would win?
I don't...
Especially now that Control is very singularly sided with Denji. You think Nayata's going to take Famine's side over Denji's side?
No, definitely not.
So, I mean, I'm sure that Nayata's not... I mean,
it's just so weird to know what she even wants. Like, she wants Super Chainsaw Man back so that War can...
fight it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I got nothing. Got nothing on that one.
I know I love her, though.
Famine?
Yeah. She's just such a vibe.
I don't know yet. I don't have an opinion on her. She just kind of exists. My opinion on her is sus. She's sussy-wussy.
She's very sus, but I love her. Can I eat this? Can I eat this?
I love how angry Denji is at the end of the chapter when he finds out that Asa's been going around slaying demons in his name. Or devils, rather.
Yeah, I actually made a meme edit with that page already. Because I've actually sent you pictures of this person that keeps talking shit about Yuta, so I sent them.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah. This week they're like, I love how every single week, every new chapter, I've managed to slander Yuta in a different way. So I made this meme after their name.
Did you send it to him?
Yes. They're like, they're like, I genuinely laughed. Thank you.
Oh.
Yuta's my man.
Before we, because I have a segue there into JJK, but is there anything else you want to say about Chainsaw Man? Because we have 2 chapters, so.
Yeah, but in all fairness, the one before it was just revealing fake Sawman.
Yeah. Fake Sawman. That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one. Like that.
He not like me, for real, for real.
Denji just having an identity crisis.
Well, he's trying to be like, right after he's trying to be a good boy. It is kind of like, I will say, it's like a proxy war between Yoshida and Famine right now.
Kinda, huh?
They're fighting through Denji and Asa. It feels like trying to hold Denji different ways.
True, but I see Famine being very intertwined with the fake Sawman Church.
Yeah.
And whoever that mysterious figure was that reached his hand through the shadows.
Yeah, that's almost like her weapon against Yoshida. It's like, here.
Yeah, but then Yoshida's just by himself. Because obviously...
Kinda.
Well, the defense force just walked in and with Nayata and the dogs and just
but
gave...
But he keeps saying he's part of a group of people that...
True.
We haven't seen anyone else, but he keeps saying it.
True.
It could still just be him. It could be him carrying out... I would still believe it's something Kishibe asked him to do. And he's just taking it to another level.
Yeah.
Because he's
Who knows?
Great.
Because Kishibe is not around. We have literally no idea what the fuck he's up to. So
he's the only other person we've really seen Yoshida talk to. Like before now.
True.
Yeah. I still need to reread that arc.
Same. We say it all the time. But in that case,
domain expansion.
There's 4 of them in this chapter.
There's been like how many in general up to now?
Fight?
Yeah,
I
love it. I'm actually kind of on board with it now.
The domain expansions.
Oh, you know what? I do have one more thing to say. I also look like she's slaying ass.
Oh, yeah,
I gotta say,
ass.
Yeah, she's. I loved that page.
Well, she's going to start getting more powerful, too, now that she's... Well, I don't know. How would that work? Because it's Asa. It's not war, so...
She's going to need better weapons.
Indubitably.
Man, it sucks for Yoro being like, oh, it's a teenage girl. She probably has a whole bunch of shit she cares about to turn into weapons. Nope. Nice try. Wrong teenage girl.
I found that hilarious when she's uncontrollably just going on poetically about Chainsaw Man.
Stop! That's our brain! Don't use our brain for that.
Oh, jeez. Poor War. Poor Yoru.
Also like how they strike the same pose that I do whenever someone uses the back door at work. Because no one ever does. It just creaks open. I'm going to be like, oh, karate choppers.
Karate choppa! I've been trained in mystic arts of karate chops.
Come get these hands.
They're rated E for everyone. That's hilarious. But
yeah, Gojo still had more in the tank.
Well, you were right, by the way, because you think you had said that you believe Mahoraga had already became accustomed to it last time. And
so I think him sneaking the wheel out there. And there was even that chapter in the middle of the fight where it did the like in the shadows. So I was like, oh. But he was going big dick on Sukuna there with the telekinesis shit.
I think so. I'll hold judgments. I will state my belief here, but willing to be convinced otherwise. I think that this chapter proves that Gojo's stronger than Sukuna.
Yeah.
Because he just beat everything that was Sukuna. Now Sukuna's relying on the 10 shadows, which isn't his ability.
And if he was still in Yuji's body, he'd be fucked.
Yes. So I think because him relying on Mahoraga now, finally, and you could see him at the end there, he was getting messed up.
He is relying on someone else's power now, but Sukuna does still have more in his bag, too.
Oh, I'm sure. And he's...
Because the fire stuff.
Well, the massive amounts of... What do you call it? Jujutsu?
Juju juice.
Juju juice.
Cursed energy.
Yeah, cursed energy. Thank you. Jeez,
no problem.
I struggled to get that one
juice.
out.
But I'm just saying, because he whipped out the fire on Jojo, so he still has more in his own bag, too.
True. True.
But it is a fact. He had to rely on this. He was losing that shit.
Because I think now, if it wasn't for Mahoraga, excluding him, the domain clash is over. Because Gojo has
Gojo's literally... Well...
He's now gotten it to where he's faster than Sukuna's lagging now.
Yeah.
So anytime they clash, same thing's going to happen. Gojo's is going to come out and win.
I do
and
wonder,
he's going to get Infinite Void off.
He can whip out that deer now, too. Now that he's whipping out Megumi's techniques.
True.
And they're already saying that he was only caught in Infinite Void for, 0.01 second? They specified, too.
They did. But now, because like I said, now that Mahoraga's out, he shattered Infinite Void, you know what I mean? Before Gojo could even do anything. So now Gojo has to rely on red and purple to take out Mahoraga.
We need to get the Power Rangers in there. Coco Peanut Gallery.
I was just gonna say, the Peanut Gallery needs to do something.
Needs to stop shitting his pants. He's embarrassing himself. Every week, a new post I see of Yuta being like, "Oh, good, thank God Kashima's gonna go in. I can sneak out the back door now." Oh, good, there are real fighters here. Oh, I'm tired of seeing it. It's my boy. Confirmed second strongest sorcerer.
Who's this?
Yuta.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
Kashima gonna go run in there and get himself murdered. Though I do think it is interesting that Kashima's watching this fight and he's still willing to be like, I'm next.
Well, I mean, that's his whole, his wet fantasy is to fight good Sukuna.
So he must have, a plan.
Or he just is a sadomasochist and just wants to be killed by Sukuna.
Loves pain. Loves.
Yeah, he just...
Cleave me, daddy.
Gasms over being cleaved, yeah. Just like that other girl, what's her name, that came out of nowhere for whatever reason. The girl that took over Megumi's sister's
Oh,
body.
yeah, Yorozu. Yeah.
Yorozu, yeah. Why was she even a character in the show? I don't know.
Just to pursue Miki, did I?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. It was like you couldn't do that in another way, but whatever.
I liked it.
The prequel to the Gojo fight, just to be like, hey, Sukuna can do things with 10 shadows.
I do think the culling games would make for a much better binge than a weekly read. I do think, all of it would be better just, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I struggled through some of the culling games. I love the Yuta fight was hype. Kusakabe, not, oh my god, I always say him and fucking...
My boy.
Yes, your boy.
Kashima?
Slats machines.
Yeah, and Hakari.
I liked his stuff towards the end. As it started ramping up and I kind of grasped... Because at first it was confusing to me when I was reading weekly, but once we got into the fight more...
They started fighting.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I can dig this. And I liked the Megumin fight, but that was only 2 chapters.
Yeah.
He fought the guy in the gymnasium.
Higuruma versus Yuji, but that was also 2 chapters, 3.
Yeah. I don't know, a lot of it was just I wouldn't say it was a slug or anything.
Even
it was
those
just
the fights we left out, notably Maki versus Naoya, even Megumi's fight, I think would just be better, faster. If I read Maki's fight as just a back to back to back to back, it would be better, except for the sumo part. I like that she had the sumo thing. It was a power up. I just hate that it was right in the smack dab middle of the fucking fight.
I just hated the Cullen Games as a whole.
Oof, that's a take.
Yeah. Like, as in the game.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it just be a conflict that was happening that you're fighting these people?
Yeah.
Why is there this
point system?
Why are you trying to rip off Greed Island?
Yeah.
What I get out of it, and I'm just like, I don't think it was handled very well. It's kind of just thrown together. It was an excuse to get them to fight in a limited manner.
Yeah,
instead of just
space.
because they just came out of Shibuya, they couldn't just have another battle royale in a city because it'd be like, oh, it's Shibuya 2.0. So he had to come up with some other method, which I get.
But it's just weird.
It's just weird. Bringing sorcerers back to life from the past never sits well with me. Yeah, sure, you want to pit people.
I think that's another part of it that kind of hurts me. Is like I like about half of the resurrected sorcerers. Like I like Megumi's fight, but I don't give a shit about Reggie.
I don't give a shit about any of the bad guys.
He has like receipt powers. How long ago were you alive? Like 30 years ago? 40?
5?
Yeah,
Did you die like 5 months ago?
Yeah, you're throwing receipts for cars and like shit like that. Like Reggie can fuck off. Higuruma I actually do like, but he was so long ago now. Yeah. I mean, we're seeing him talk now, and it's interesting that he understands what's going on. He's just the domain man. So Higuruma was kind of neat. I don't give a shit about Kashimo. He's a cool fighter to watch, but that's all he is. He's just kind of sitting there being like, I just want to fight more. I just want to fight more. I don't care. That's not like a character
and what about
trait.
Angel? Angel's a new person, right? That's not a revived person?
No, it is a revived. Well, it almost seems like a new person. That's interesting. I don't think it is a revived person, because if it's the same deal as Sukuna, it's like Hana 8 part of Angel, I would think then.
Maybe, yeah.
Because no one else that was resurrected has the same sort of deal as like the Sukuna thing. So I don't. And Hana knows Megumi as a kid, so no, she's just her own person then. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. We would have to probably look into that.
I still don't give a shit about Angel, though. I hate Angel.
Neither do I. I think Angel...
They could turn Angel around for me, though. Maybe.
I think it's too late. Angel is literally a character devised for a way to get Gojo out of prison realm.
It's also, I would also think it's a way to get Sukuna out of Megumi, but I could be wrong.
No, I think Yuji's body switch shit's going to be... We'll be doing that. And I think Yuji's going to die doing it. I can just kind of see that.
Yeah.
Because he's already died one, like, quote unquote, died. I still like
the idea that he'll be the Sukuna inside Megumi, like it'll just be a Yuji with a Yuji mouth.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, Megumi, get some.
But I'm still holding. Excuse me. I'm still holding fast to the idea that Yuji's going to be what ultimately defeats Sukuna, whether it be Gojo wins the fight against Sukuna, but doesn't, and Sukuna kind of just like crawls away while Mahoraga's fighting Gojo, or Gojo's fighting Mahoraga, whatever. And then Yuji comes in and finishes it. Does this body switch shit to save Megumi? Because I think Megumi's going to be saved. I don't think Megumi is going to die.
I'm not sure.
Anyone, I think Yuji's going to die saving Megumi.
When he first got turned into Sukuna, I thought there was going to be no chance we'll get Megumi back. But now with the Yuji body switch, I'm kind of with you too that we'll get Megumi back.
Well, the chapter there was the Megumi switch. I thought it was temporary.
Oh, I thought he's just fucked.
I thought it was a one and done thing.
I thought we weren't seeing Megumi again. I was even saying it on Twitter to people.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, who knows? It could go anyway, but I still think that's, in my opinion, I think that's how it's going to go. That
makes me wonder how the Kenjaku fight's going to go. Because there's also a lot of narrative through lines for Yuji to be in that fight. I mean, it's his mommy. I really want to see I want to see Yuta in that fight, personally.
If I don't see Yuta's domain expansion,
I'll be pissed, man.
I don't want to see him clash and it go away like the threefold one last time. I want to see his domain, because he's so broken, dude. He could copy Limitless. He could copy fucking Malevolent Shrine.
Imagine it's just all sure hits on his copy techniques, or maybe just unlimited use, or multiple at once. So many ways it could go. instant Rika hits.
Multiple Rikas.
I was thinking
Shadow
multiple Rikas. Our
Clenjutsu.
huge Rika.
Shadow Clenjutsu Rikas.
Because, I mean, I always look at domains as, like, putting, like, your inner world into the real world. And Yuta's whole world is Rika. So I can just imagine it's a gigantic Rika, or maybe, like, an arena of Rikas.
We never got to see a perfected Megumin domain expansion either, huh?
No.
'Cause we only...
I do wonder, because... I mean, as much as I hate this exposition lately, they mentioned that you imbue the domain with the technique. I wonder if Sukuna could imbue it with Megumis and then just still use Cleave on regularly.
Or if he could just use Megumin's domain expansion.
Yeah. I almost think it would be his own still, but with Megumi's technique like all around it instead. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
I'm sure we'll find out soon because he's starting to use 10 Shadows now, so... Next chapter, and of course it's on break next week.
I felt real good because I was like, yeah, I aimed that special episode perfectly.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did. Right when I saw it, I'm like, I'm great.
It was good timing. Because... Well, actually, I think it's the only thing that would be on break next week. I don't think anything else is off.
Because next week we're doing top 10 video games.
Yeah, we are. I've been slacking hard on that, though. I haven't even started making the list.
Finished mine today.
So, did you read the Naruto one-shot?
No.
Naruto?
What? What? What?
I didn't either.
Yeah, what? I can imagine you would. You read Naruto. I didn't read fucking shit of Naruto. I'm not reading the Minato one-shot. I did see a bunch of pages from it on Twitter.
I've seen a few pages, yeah.
And then when I saw what it's about, I'm like, I'm definitely not reading this one. Personally.
It's just...
I understand why Naruto fans might like it.
Literally, just scroll down. There's one right there on Facebook.
But as a non-Naruto reader, it's not about to make me dip my toes into Naruto reading.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. I did read something else, though.
Yes, you said that you read something new.
Yes. I'm not sure if you saw it posted on there.
On...
Shonen Jump, but I saw it the day it came out, which was apparently the 13th. It's called Wild Strawberry. But that's the picture at the header. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I did not see that.
It's an 80-something page first chapter, too. I almost thought it was a one-shot at first, but no, it says chapter 1.
Yeah, and this new chapter coming in 3 days.
And
this
was the opening color page.
That's awesome. I don't have an opening color page. That's dope. Yeah, see, I don't have one.
Oh, it'll be coming up. It'll be coming up. It's just,
is it like
it's like a little intro, and then it's like Wild Strawberry.
Oh, hey, look at that. Some pages.
It's really good. It was very interesting.
All right, I'm definitely going to check that out.
Post-apocalyptic. It's now the second manga where I could say plants are the bad guys.
I'm trying to think, because I feel like there's a few plants being bad guys, huh?
Hell's Paradise is the other one.
Oh, well...
They are!
They are, kinda.
Kinda?
It's more the Tenten, come on.
Well, even the people that drink the shit the Tenten use arborify.
Yeah, true.
Motherfucker, look at Hoko. Hoko didn't become a tree just to say he's not a plant.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Plants are the bad guys.
I'd be more worried about the bugs on that island.
That's true.
That's the more thing, because it was a thing early on that, I always forget his name.
Katetsusai?
Yeah.
Or Katetsu Ryusai?
Yeah, he cuts his hand off right there.
Yeah.
And that's the only time it came out.
They gave that, no emphasis in the anime, too. It was, so quick and throwaway.
And I'm like, if there are bugs on this island that bite you and you turn into that, you're all dead within the first day. Have you ever been in the woods?
Well, they're moths. They're big-ass moths with, monk faces. But, yeah.
You gotta sleep sometime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Though I do wonder if they're less of a problem after the doshi that were controlling them are killed. Oh, you haven't finished the fucking season. But you've read it.
Yeah.
The two priests that Gantetsusai and Gabimaru fight control the centipedes and the moths, respectively. It doesn't say anything about it about this, but in my own head, I'm like, is there going to be less of them after they die now?
I still am. Yeah, you're right. I do have 2 more episodes to watch.
Yeah, it's literally right at the end. You've read it, so I can just say it.
Yeah.
You know what the fucking anime ends on? Gabimaru losing his fucking memories. That's how the season ends. With Yuzuriha bringing up the Yui plotline. Is Yui real? And Gabimaru losing his memories.
How did he lose his memories again? Because we were thinking
he used too much Tao fighting those 2 doshis.
Oh.
And then, I forgot her name, but she can even see that that's the part of his Tao that's missing.
Oh, yeah, because I remember that panel. That was a dope shot.
Yeah, where it's like cut out of him.
Yeah. Because we had thought it was when he fights the first Tenten and like...
Yeah, we were all
and
like,
he falls off the cliff. I was like, I just thought it was then.
But no, this makes sense now. He wakes up to being around a fireplace with Gantetsu Sai, Fuchi, and the girl. May. With the 3 of them, and he's even like, who the fuck are these people? And they're just like, Gabimaru is awake. Are you alright, boy?
Time to go with the flow for a little bit.
Yes. I'll just blend in for now. I'm the hollow.
Ugh, itch.
I was like, ouch. What a way to end the season. Actually, there's one other thing it ended the season on. I forgot.
Shugen.
You bet your ass, Shugen. Shugen and Chika. It's the Shogun asking them to gather their forces and go. And Shugen even raises his head and has his little bitch smile.
Yeah, bitch smile because he's a fucking
It's true, though.
douchebag.
It's true. Because he always has those sad eyes with the little...
I hate Shugen.
I love it. And you see Jika, who's also a G.
Yes.
Yes.
But not Shugen. Shugen
Yes,
can
Shugen,
suck
my boy.
my balls.
Anime only is not ready for Shugen.
It's alright, they can wait.
Anime only is not ready for the only threat on that boat.
So true.
I'm not wrong. Like, Jika could be a threat, but he wasn't. The other 2 weren't a threat. And the ninjas definitely weren't. That one girl was until Gabimaru, like, came anywhere in the vicinity of her, and then it was settled. Just Shugen, the menace.
He is a menace, I'll give
He's
you
a
that.
fucking menace.
Just goes around fucking slaying people.
It's so hard to still love him and not forgive him for Fuchi still. That was fucked up.
That was fucked
up. I didn't even love Fuchi. I liked him enough, though, to be like, wow, he didn't deserve that. Fucked up. Anime only's not ready.
God, I hate Shugen.
It's my boy. I rep Shugen. So yeah, Wild Strawberry, though.
Yes.
I don't want to say too much because you're definitely going to read it, but...
But I mean, whatever you say, you're not going to... It's chapter 1.
Yeah, but it's like 80-something fucking pages. It was a long chapter.
Yeah, well, I
It's
mean,
like
if
3
there's...
cigarette breaks.
If there's any, like, serious shit at the end of the chapter, just hold off on
Yeah,
that.
I definitely going to hold off on that. But, yeah, because we can definitely talk about that a little bit next week after we drop our top 10s. But, yeah, really good. Really dark. A lot of... The art is just fucking incredible because it's literally all the cities are, like, fucking abandoned and covered in, like, plants and shit. Plot-wise... new evolution of plant that feeds off of human nutrients starts spreading throughout the world.
Well, then.
And they can become parasitically in your body. So it literally shows people in a restaurant just eating and just like, and it's just like a homeless guy next to him who's not vaccinated just fucking explodes. Like flowers bloom out of his top half and displace all of that.
And then now everyone else is probably infected. Well, you said something about a vaccination.
Yes, there is a vaccination. But you gotta afford that. That costs money. Mm. And then, like, it shows that on the news. It even flashes to, like, the poorer side of Tokyo, like, inner city Tokyo, and the main character being like, that made the news? You guys must have a nice life. That shit doesn't... When that shit happens over here, that shit don't make the news. There's, like, exterminators that go around with flamethrowers, burning all the plants. And him and his sister, who is infected... But she has like a mild, don't want to say control over it, more like a symbiosis. Like she could be like, calm down, get back in me, you're good. You gotta hide. Yeah. Really good. The art is incredible.
I'll have to check it out. Because we talked earlier and said how you read everything, and I said I'd read everything too,
Yeah.
but I lied because I just saw I didn't read another chapter of Ice Heart Gill.
Oh, guess what? I did.
So, is this still going good? You liking it still?
I'm liking it.
I mean, I'm liking it enough to keep
It is
reading.
a moderate like, yeah. It's the last thing I read, but I still read it. Overdue retry, which I have stopped reading.
Yes, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
I don't have much to say.
So, Ice Head Gill, I'm enjoying enough to keep reading. Nue's Exorcist is kind of in the same boat, but at the same time, something needs to happen in that.
To get that hook in there.
To get the hook in there to keep me going. And then I skimmed through Durichai. I didn't even enjoy it for the first chapter, so go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I like the first chapter. I like a lot of the setups, but it's just not hooking. Like, and it could. I like sympathize with the main character. I think his struggle is interesting. I think the fights are good. I think the time period's cool. And then they bring out that one buff arm guy, and I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Why am I here? Why am I reading this?
Now, is it that you're having a problem with Do Retry, or you're thinking that the martial others is better?
I'm glad you said that, because Martial Master Asumi is just 5 chapters so far, but those 5 chapters are fucking slapping, man. They are slapping.
Yeah.
Because it's like very little anime bullshit. The plot feels like doesn't feel forced at all. Like he's not going on being like, I'm challenging this whole gym, yeah, like do retry, or like I'm fighting this super buff arm guy who's. I don't want to get into him again. Martial Master Asumi, on the other hand, he's like, I don't know if I really want to do MMA. I'm good at it from practicing with my grandpa. Oh, okay, I got forced into the gym. Cool. Oh shit, my brother beat up my friend. I'm gonna go fight my brother then. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel forced at all. It just feels very like fluid. Yeah. And the fights don't feel bullshit either because it's incredibly MMA inspired. Like I just saw a fight. And it always gets like technical too, like, they're like, oh shit, he got a running start to get like in his reach. He just jumping arm bars the guy in midair instead of like flipping. He's just literally dragging his whole weight on the guy's arm downward, and he immediately fucking taps. It just it looks incredible.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I definitely would recommend it.
I do have a lot going on right now, though.
It's 5 chapters.
Yeah,
to set it to weekly.
But all right, so take this then. Take to weekly, yes. But I also need to. I want to read more of Undead Unluck than will be in the anime whenever that comes out, which is coming out. It already has a trailer. So I want to be further ahead in that manga. So
yeah,
this is what I want to do. I want to read more Witch Watch because I'm really enjoying that. I need to finish Oyasumi Pun Pun, which I read some more this past week.
I was going to end this list with, well, that would be acceptable if there was some progress being made on these.
I am, I read a lot of well, I say a lot, it was probably more like 6 chapters, but I'm now past the 100 chapter mark. So I'm on 102 or 3.
Nice.
And for those of you who've read Poon Poon, Aiko just showed back up and I want to strangle her face. She hasn't done anything. She just came back to the story, and I'm like, you are cancer. Go away.
Leave.
Poon Poon does not need you in his life. But, so I'll probably be finishing that soon. Then I also want Sun Ken Rock. I got...
We'll do the 5 chapters of Martial Master before all of Sunken Rock.
I should. Ice Head Gill. Nue's
This is weird because that's all it takes is just to get it down to weekly again.
I just want to watch it or check out hold on before I say that. Oh no, it's still going on. Next chapter, 13 days. Jingashi X.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It's just honestly
something tells me it's not going to make it for me.
So it's like Exorcist stuff, And honestly, just the design of the main character, I assume, whoever the monk is on the front, I just like it, like the design. It looks cool. So I'm like, it's got me enough to want to start reading it. You know what I mean?
I want to try Kill Blue, but at the same time, I'm like, why am I going to read Kill Blue when I still have to read Sakamoto Days? Why would I do that to myself? Why would I read what's going to be the inferior Hitman series when Sakamoto Days is right there?
I also need to read...
Like, don't you dare say Tenmaku Cinema.
No, I dropped that shit, so I could not make it through I think, if it's what I think it is...
Yeah, the one where it's like Hikaru no Go, but for directing.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I dropped that before the first chapter.
The ghost
ended.
of a director helps a kid direct.
Yeah, I dropped that before I got through the first chapter. But no,
I dropped that when I saw the description. No shade.
Black Clover is what I was trying to say.
Oh, yes, you do.
Siren. I've been wanting to read that forever. I'm on chapter 11.
At the point Black Clover is going to end and bring back its anime before you continue Black Clover.
Probably.
Because there's leaks coming out saying that Black Clover anime is coming back.
I'm sure it will. It's going to. There's no way it's
been gone
not.
for a while.
Well, if I was the animators, I'd wait for it to finish too. I mean, how close are they to where the manga is now? Are they 1 arc behind, 2 arcs behind?
Like 1.5 arcs behind.
Then I would definitely, because you don't want to...
The problem is they stopped right in the middle of the Spade Kingdom arc. Like
well, because they have to be coming back, because first off, they just came out with a new movie. So obviously, all the animators
That's the
were
weird
doing
thing. They're canceled for a year or two before that movie was even, like, announced.
Real quick, too, I want to read Fabricant 100. But...
Don't read that before you read Martial Master Asabi. Please don't. It would genuinely break my heart. Let me just pan over to Fabricant 100 real quick. Oh man. Oh, look at all these chapters I gotta read.
Is that episode, you're on chapter 12
out
of 30?
Yeah. Or Sakamoto Days, because Sakamoto Days is fire.
Well, I mean, just of all the screenshots you've shown me, I'm like, okay, Sakamoto Days is just on my list.
The action's just so goddamn good. So good.
You know what I need in my life? To just finish what I want to do in Diablo.
Yeah.
But then I'm fucked, dude. Because I thought about it today. I was talking to my wife. First off, real quick, Diablo, I don't see myself playing every season.
Oh, yeah. I almost wouldn't even recommend.
I see myself doing this. Getting to level 100, farming out some nice gear, fighting Uber Lilith. Seeing how bad I get my ass kicked and how that means of how much I have to try and farm better gear or team up with you and our other friend. All 3 of us fight her together. I don't know if a party would adjust the difficulty or if she stays at the same health type deal.
Probably. I don't know, because I mean, it is a set difficulty. I went in there because you can enter the fight. So I went in there.
Is it the same place as the Capstone Dungeon, or is it somewhere else?
No, it's the same place as the regular Lilith fight, actually. Oh. But to get there, you go to the church where that priest was beaten down to death, where you first touch the blood petals.
Yep.
Those same blood petals will bring you to the Echo Lilith fight now.
Nice.
So I went in there. I was like, it's marked on my map. That means I can enter it. I wonder if it scales down to me. I thought she was just going to be level 100. She is just going to be level 100. One swing of her wing deleted me. I was I leave. Goodbye.
So I want to get level 100, beat Uber Lilith. Because the only things I need to do on my main character is those 2 things. And because on that character, I'm doing a lot of the Tree of Whisper stuff. I want that trophy because I want to get the platinum because it's an easy platinum.
That's not the platinum.
Which means I need to play every class that's available right now.
Yes.
At least enough to get this class-specific trophy, which none of them look too difficult.
No. The only one is you have to respec for Druid. Because Druid asks you to do Werewolf and werebear kills specifically. So if people don't respect, they're not going to get that one.
Okay, yeah, so just get werewolf kills, respect into werebear, and then
Boom. Yeah.
go get more kills.
I feel bad for anyone that was like, I'm just going to play a straight storm druid.
And then play it uber safe on hardcore. I'm already level 10 with Necromancer, so I'll get the Necromancer trophy through the hardcore thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
I just need to make sure I'm more careful of the map levels as I'm walking around. At least, because I feel like once you get
death
to...
explosions, that's the big worry, really.
Dude, they get me all the time on my sorcerer.
They get me all the time on my druid. Those things are fucking nasty. That's why I've been doing like straight minions. I do minions in blood right now, and I just let the minions. Whenever I like pull a mob, I let all the minions run ahead of me, and I just stick back and throw blood lances.
Because honestly, getting to level 50 is not that hard.
It's not. I'm 43 in hardcore right now.
Oh shit! You've been going hard on
I go back and forth. I got a level today in hardcore, so because I really wanted to get all the trophies before season 1 starts. That's not going to happen. I can either finish my hardcore, or I would estimate get to 95.
Well, when's season 3 coming out?
Season 1 comes out. Yeah,
sorry.
no worries. Comes out the 20th.
Oh, that's this week.
Patch day is tomorrow, and just so you know, some of the content for the season is going straight to the Eternal Realm on patch day. So the 6 new unique items and 7 new legendary powers are all going to the regular realm tomorrow.
Okay.
So that's new content.
What are the legendary powers?
They haven't shown them.
Or what is it involved? Is it on the Paragon board?
No, like aspects, like legendary weapons.
Oh, cool.
So it's,
are they as hard to get as Uber uniques?
No. This is just like your regular legendaries. So like your
so new aspects.
Lightning, yeah, straight up.
Oh, nice. So that's
7
good.
new ones. I believe it's 1 for each class and 2 general ones, and then the 6 uniques is 1 for each class, 1 general one.
Hopefully, it has some synergy with my build.
I hope so. Because that's the part that like kind of hurt me with just seeing 1 for new class. I mean, I'm mostly just playing Druid, but I'm still like, oh, that's just 1 build for each class then.
Yeah.
Oh, I already saw the Druid one too. I don't remember what it does, but I know it's for one of my skills.
So, because I got my PvP trophy the other day.
I noticed I actually already have mine. I went through my trophies today. I was like, oh, well then.
Nice.
I was malding in the fields of hatred for nothing yesterday. Because I was.
I was the one making everyone angry. I was the highest level in the PvP zone, so
I just
I felt
killed
good.
by hundreds. Hundreds just kept swooping
I haven't
in
seen
and slaughtering
I haven't
me.
seen 100 yet, but I saw level 85. Because I got all those kills, right? That double kill I told you about. And then I had to go step away, so I went back to the town. But I'm sitting in town with all of those crystals or whatever. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta go do a ritual. And I look on my map and I see that the 2 northern crystals in the area someone's at right now trying to do it. I was like, distractions, I'll go to the one all the way to the south. So I went all the way down that. Dude, I shit you not, 1 second on my timer, the level 85 barbarian came in out of nowhere. I teleported away to get, because I knew it was at the 3-second mark. So as soon as I saw him, I beelined it. Because I was like, I don't care who he is. I just don't want to fight this guy. I have 3 seconds. If he can kill me all he wants after these 3 seconds are up. He killed me at the chain grab thing.
Yeah.
Instantly. Didn't even pull me.
So fucking nasty.
Got me. I swear, warriors are gotta be... barbarian have to be the best PvP.
Definitely, because they have the most stats guaranteed. Because they have 4 weapons on at all times. So all of those stats, even if you set which weapons used by each skill, but all of those stats still go to your character as a whole.
Yeah, so they got so much more crit chance or barrier.
Yeah, those are also weapon stats. And then those are the yummy stats.
And each one of those can have an imprinted aspect?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. So they're just broken.
Yeah, they get 2 different 2-handed weapons. A bludgeoning one and a cutting one. And then 2 one-handed weapons.
So they could just have... That's just so much power. Because now they can focus so much more on the... Because I saw a guy... I was watching... Because I was just eating some lunch or whatever. So I was like, whatever, just put something on. Oh, hey... what's level 100 PvP like? So I played the video. He was a barbarian. His health was fortified, and it never left top fortified. And he's fighting all these rogues that
We
just
saw that Thorns clip we saw too.
and
That
I'm
was a
like,
barbarian too.
Yeah.
Wearing razor plate. And I can tell you, that was because he was a barbarian. I dropped a really good roll razor plate the other day. I was like, oh shit, cool. I'm going to do this. I put some sockets on that. I put Thorns gems in it. And I did exactly what he did. I went to the Fields of Hatred. This is what started my balding time. I went onto the main path, took a few steps off of it, faced away, and just hopped off my horse and stood there for an AFK strat. I died 4 times trying to do this AFK strat on people. It's just not enough thorns. It was not enough. A rogue just came out there. He was just like, deleted. I'm gone. So
Gross.
that was because he's a barbarian.
gross.
Or because he just had thorns on everything. I was so excited too. You know how sad that made me? I tried it like 3 more times after. I'm like, God damn it. The whole PvP time in there too, I kept that razor blade on and I didn't kill shit.
Brutal. I think the hardest trophy is honestly going to be the Cache of Chaos from the Wizard Tree.
Yeah, I still don't have it either. And I've hard focused it for a while now. It just rarely comes up.
If it pops up, I just get it.
Yeah.
Because it's just
I want that trophy.
I want the trophy, but
Also because I'm not really focusing much. I mean, there's one headpiece I want, but unless... I'm not going to take Helms over Chaos. But it's usually... I don't have to pick.
yeah.
So many categories.
Most of the time, it doesn't pop up. The Chaos shit. So I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I didn't see one today. I feel like I could definitely be putting more work into Tree of Whispers.
I do love when I go to use a Nightmare dungeon and it happens to be a Tree Whisper dungeon. I'm like, yeah,
I love
double it up.
when Helltide is nice and splattered over Grim Whisper, like Grim Favor areas, especially the one where you collect up the souls and bring it to an altar and it spawns 3 elites.
Yeah.
Love that shit. Mwah, good fight, multiple Grim Favor points. Just do killing to get to that point.
And Helltide.
And I'm
stuff.
Helltide. Yeah, I want to kill everything anyways. So I love that shit.
Yeah.
That's like the only time I get Grim Favor is when I'm doing Helltide. Because then I'll be like, oh, I'll go do the ritual that spawns an elite too. Oh, I'll go do that. Do one event in the area. Yeah, I'm doing that anyways.
I just need to finish the Dry Steps Renowned.
Ooh,
I finished
nice.
Howitzer yesterday.
Nice.
So, but it's a struggle bus, dude.
It's so boring. It is.
Well,
it's
so
not even boring. It's just mind numbing.
I'm not. I have 2 more ranks to go, and I've done all of
Your statues.
no. So I still have the statues. That was my
Okay.
saving grace. I was like, oh yeah, that's 10 apiece. So that'll get me.
And possibly a Paragon point. Have you been keeping track how many Paragon points you've gotten from the statues?
No.
Because I know, because personally, I kept track myself. I believe only 3 of them give you a Paragon point.
I didn't pay attention. So it's only, and I need 29 more in Dry Steps. So that's 290, which will get me. I think I need
chunk.
40 more to get into the final rank of Renowned.
And the final one's gonna be like what?
600.
600, yeah.
And then it's just going to be dungeons. And I've
Dungeons
done
and side quests.
I've done 3 dungeons in all of the Dry Steps. And I'm like, how is it that those 3 dungeons are the only 3 dungeons that are nightmare dungeons too? So it's like I can't even double up and do nightmare farming.
No.
I was
This is
like,
why
"God damn
I
it."
focus side quests though, because some of those side quests have objectives that go into dungeons.
Yes.
And that's a big 50 right there. You know what I mean? You do your side quest and finish the dungeon. That's 50.
Yeah. So I'll
Because
do
nothing's worse than doing the dungeons first and then
that.
you go
And
to
then
do
the side quests.
I just don't do it. I don't do it. I
don't.
abandon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
But I do want to go back to the whole seasons thing. Is that's how Asmongold plays Path of Exile? Actually, he loves that game, but he still only plays like 1 in 3, 1 in 4 seasons. He just like pops in, and he's like, "I like that mechanic. Yeah, I think it's time to play some more of this."
So, what got us on this topic is, like I said, I'm fucked. What I really need to do is beat my Diablo stuff, so get the platinum, which involves really just getting to level 100, beat Uber Lilith. Cache of Chaos is all I have
Max
on
potion, but that's at 90.
That's a trophy?
Yes, max out your potion.
I don't remember seeing that, but I mean,
But that's level 90.
I can
anyways.
already make it. I've seen it. So
Yeah.
once I reach to 90, I got it. So that's on my way to the level 100 trophy. So that's all I can really do in my sorcerer. Then I just have to play each other job to get those.
Just so
which is
easy. I have
and
all of them but
hardcore.
the barbarian myself, and that's because I'm playing barbarian for season 1.
So, take care of all that. Then I was talking to my wife today, and I was like, "Hey, have you heard about the game Baldur's Gate? And how the third one's coming out?" And she's like, "Yeah, because I heard this in an interview today with someone that works on the game. It was a short. There's 117 hours worth of cutscenes in Baldur's Gate 3. However,
that's like
not all of that is in one campaign.
Yeah, true.
Because a lot of those cutscenes are based on your decisions that you've made through the game.
Fair.
So a lot of it is for replay value and other things, which I was like, that's actually dope.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty cool. But I was just thinking that. I was like, okay, so I'm not completely sold yet if I want to play Baldur's Gate or not. And it's just there.
I'm definitely going to be getting it because I already told my partner I'll be getting it.
It's just chilling in the back of my mind. But I'm like, okay, that's at what? September? First week of September? Yeah. I'm like, okay. First week of September. I could beat Diablo by then. But then I'm thinking...
Also, it comes out on PC first, so you're going to get all that juicy information right away because it's coming out on PC next month.
That is not a game I'm getting on PC because then I was like, fuck, Starfield comes out at the end of August, doesn't it? Or September. One or the other.
Oh.
And I'm getting that on PC because mods.
Fun-related fun fact, then. Your free battle pass from pre-ordering is like it's almost like a token you redeem. You don't have to use it on the first season.
For Diablo?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you jumped in season 3 as the first season you end up playing, you can still just click the unlock battle pass and it'll unlock. I saw it from the lead developer's Twitter today. He confirmed it.
Cool. But then I was like, oh, so that's 2 big-ass games. Starfield's a big game. Baldur's Gate's a big game. And I'm like, shit, Diablo's a big game too, but I'll probably be done with that. Plus on top of 14, because tomorrow relic weapons and like the farming stuff comes out in 14. So
what I'm hearing is you want some boost. My boy needs a boost.
And then add a third game in that. Armored Core comes out in August as well.
Yeah, it does. You know what? I've even been kind of giving that the googly eyes. I've been like, ooh, fooled me 3 times, shame on me, but I'm going to give you a 4th.
It's looking good.
It's looking good.
And I'm just sitting here like, fuck, man. I talked on this podcast that I'm trying to step away from video games and that how there weren't that many games coming out this year.
And all this manga you need to read.
Exactly.
The same titles every time.
Yes, I literally said, because I remember the exact same thing we were talking about. I was like, once Diablo comes out, the only other game that's coming out this year that I have any interest in is Spider-Man. I can't think of anything else.
16.
Well, yeah, it was actually right before 16. Yeah. Because I was like, 16 is coming out.
Spider-Man, but whenever that comes out.
Fall. So, right after those 3 games. Yep. Oh, God fucking damn it.
And then they're going to be like, okay, I'll just roll 6 is coming.
I don't know. That's rough.
And Persona Tactica.
And Persona 3.
Yeah, and Persona 3.
Good, though, that the Persona Tactica, the Persona 5 Tactica games come out.
All platforms.
Because it's going to save me from buying the phone game.
Yeah.
Because I would get that. That's my obsession.
Embrace the chibis instead. They look really cute and little chibi
I don't mind
form.
chibis.
Yeah, I don't either. In fact, I'm a chibi enjoyer. I'm liking it in JJK. I'm liking it for Persona Tactica. I like me some chibis. Chibis.
That's a platinum that I never went back and got either. Strikers.
Yep.
I got Persona 5 Royal Platinum, but I don't have Strikers Platinum. I was almost there. I was on my way, but now it's like going back and it's like defeat the Reaper and shit. And I'm like, I gotta be on my A game to do that, and I ain't on my A game anymore. I don't remember all the mechanics that I have in this thing. This is a good game too. Strikers.
Yes.
This is like. And on top of this anime season being stacked with how much stuff that I'm watching this anime. But one of them got removed from my watch list. Because it's not airing.
Oh.
Fate. It was just an OVA. The first 55-minute episode. I guess it was just a episode 0 type thing of for the season to come type deal. I thought
Weird.
it was. I knew it, like you had said, it came out a while before I'd watched it, like a few weeks. But I thought that, come the start of the season, it would continue. But no, I looked it up, and I guess it's not a whale off. It doesn't even have a release date. But so like, oh, okay,
Blue ball in their fan base.
a little bit, because that first episode is fire.
PK
Fire! Oh my God, PK fire! It's good. You should watch it when you get the chance.
Yeah.
Have you watched anything yet? Or, you're still waiting for dubbed on certain
Oh,
things.
no, actually, I've watched episode 2 of JJK, and we watched more Vinland Saga.
Nice.
We're right before the next time skip, because I saw it in the description for the next episode. So Thorfinn had his revelation about the things that he didn't learn from his papa.
Yeah.
His encounter with Askeladd in his mind, pretty much.
Yeah, I liked that.
Me too.
That scene. But I assume you're gonna wait for the dub of Bleach then, because like Johnny,
there's no way I'm watching Bleach subbed. It's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Ichigo Kurosaki here.
That's why I'm not watching it dubbed.
And Ishida's dorky ass voice.
I've said this to you plenty of times. I love Johnny Young Bosch's Lelouch and what's his name from Sengoku Basara? Dual Spear. Yukimura, yes.
That's Yukimura?
Yeah, I love him as both of him, but
I actually don't mind him as Ichigo.
I do.
I think it's iconic.
I don't, because I remember the episode number was like episode 18 or something like that, and it left off on a cliffhanger when I was watching it on TV. I was like, and at the time I'd already watched Naruto on the internet, so I knew I could watch Bleach on the internet. I watched one episode, but I was like, God damn. But now if I go back to the English, now I'd be 2 weeks behind. Then I watched another one, I'm like, fuck, now I'm 3 weeks behind. Well, too late now, I ain't going back, so... from middle school, high school rather, on, I've been listening to the subbed, so it's the subbed that's iconic to me.
I could never. Dub iconic.
That's why, same thing, like, I could never watch One Piece dubbed. Not in a million years. I would click off that video faster. Oh my God, just so fast. I don't even know faster than what. Faster than the speed of light.
Dub only for me, too. Not that I would watch One Piece.
I don't recommend it. I know, surprising.
I'm reading One Piece, so...
I recommend anyone watching Wano. Wano animation has been on point, and just...
But read up to there first.
Yeah, well, what I would... Whenever you catch up... Who is it? I fucked it. I fucked the pooch. I was trying to do the Samurai Jack opening that he does. Long in the distant past.
Yeah.
When you catch up to One Piece, I'll send you the specific
I'll have it someday.
This 3 episodes.
My consciousness will be transported into a machine, and then the machine will have all the time in the world to read One Piece.
There's 3 episodes that I would right now just throw at you. Watch these 3 episodes. I forget there's one, a 900 and something. I want to say it's like 60 something episode. Episode 1015. And then there's another episode when they first go to Onigashima. Probably episode episode 995 or something, somewhere in that range, maybe. But those 3 episodes, they're just, and then coming up, because you're not going to catch up to it soon. But I watched a short of everyone that's on the team that's going to be directing the Gear 5 episode coming up. And I'm like, that's just all the best animators in the fucking business. All of them. Because they're like, oh, there's this guy that worked on... There's a guy that did some scenes for JJK. There's another guy that did
Sungu Park?
I don't know. I don't remember any of their names. Then they showed guys that did.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Yeah. I could probably find.
Well, Sungu Park's the one that did Gojo beating the shit out of Sukuna.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it was that. And then
Actually, I think Sungu Park was the whole ass animation director for that.
The animator list of some of the people that are going to be on the Gear 5 episode has me uber excited for it.
Got your titties hard.
Very hard. Fucking bones.
Beaming.
747 sticking out of my chest right now. So, fucking, that's going to be great. But, I don't know. That's that. One Piece episode 1071 is gonna be amazing. Can't wait for it. Cannot wait.
17 days till Goku Raku guy.
Savage. The one I enjoy most out of all the new ones. The monthly release one.
Savage. We did have a new Spy Family.
We did, yes.
Good.
Yep.
Nightfall going crazy at the end, though.
Yeah, Lloyd getting his ass beat in a fight.
Yeah, right?
But he's also been shot.
Yeah.
Yuri, so there's that. But
I like how they logicked it through, being like, hey, like, I didn't hear you running.
And fucking Nightfall's face at the end of it, though, she's about to lay the smackdown on this guy. She's about to kick his ass. 100%.
It's like it's the logic too, where she's like, no, it can't be. It's Yuri, bro. He's no friend of mine. It's Yuri. It's Yuri.
And then
I thought she was about to shoot Yuri. Yuri with quotes.
Yeah, until the dude went to go rip the face mask off, and then she's like, "Oh, wait a minute."
I don't even know if she's like, "Oh, wait a minute." She's still just like in like.
I don't know. I think that she noticed the face rippage because they put emphasis on it in the panel. So I think she's about to rip the dude's head off.
Go wacko mode.
Yeah. Tsundere all over his ass.
If I die for Lloyd's mission, that would still be okay.
Oh, no.
I did have one other thing.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Light on me.
A battle for the ages.
Is this what you mentioned last week that your partner had said that?
Yeah. So I told my partner about that bracket, and then we're just like driving. Well, he's just driving later, and he's just like, I got one for you. I was like, okay, lay it on me. Yajarobi versus Tenten.
Yajarobi.
I don't know, man.
Yajarobi cut Vegeta's tail off when he was in his grade 8 form.
Didn't he do it didn't he get that far with a car for most of it, though? Or did he just run that whole way?
What do you mean? A car?
I thought, because he's cut tails off of grade apes twice. I know one of the times they were driving in a car first. I'm pretty sure. But I think Vegeta's, he was hiding behind a rock and ran in for it.
Yeah, because Vegeta, I think, was fighting Gohan. Yajarobi.
But I mean, Vegeta's going berserk. Yajirobe's hardly a focus. I'm not sure how much of a speed feat that would be for Yajirobe.
Oh, I wouldn't say that it is either.
Maybe he escaped in the car.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he
runs away, but at the same time, I mean, once he gets his tail cut off, he just kind of shrinks. So
yeah, again, he's Mondo distracted and like rage for him.
Yeah, that is so not anything I would think of, though.
Right?
A matchup, like, what the hell?
Because Yajirobe's got to get into melee range.
True.
And Tenten's entire thing is, I'm a weapon master. That means blasting all my weapons at you.
Opening a scroll and just kunai throw out.
Well, just everything. Just the whole closet's worth of random weapons. Is that a giant chain mace that has a handle? I'm shooting it at you.
See, I don't remember enough of
Plus,
Dragon...
she is really good with melee weapons, too.
I don't remember enough of Dragon Ball, where Yajarobi played a bigger role. Still a small role, but a bigger role.
I also don't.
Because he's been insignificant since that one moment where he cuts off
the end of
Vegeta's
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
even
he
then,
shows
he's
up,
insignificant.
cuts Vegeta's tail off, runs away, and then he's... The only other time you ever see him, he's just standing there.
Yeah, like Korin's tower.
Next to Korin.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey guys, I'm a side quest NPC. But then how much Tenten do we see?
Less.
She's sicker than Tonfa's.
Arguably less screen time than Yajarobi. Because Yajarobi was around in Dragon Ball.
I don't think we'd say arguably. I think this is actually like...
Just facts.
It might just be facts. I think if you take Yajarobi's time in Dragon Ball Z, it might still be facts.
Poor Tenten.
Poor Tenten. Such a great concept. I still think there's a lot of credence to the guy I watched that was like, why is Tenten on the team she's on? Might Guy, Rock Lee, and Neji are all melee fighters.
Well,
Tenten has no chance to shine.
I think that what he was trying to go is, because technically she's melee too. She doesn't have ranged ninjutsu. She's got weapons. You know what I mean? So it's a physical thing.
But then he just ended up sticking her with blasting weapons.
But then you see, because Tenten gets introduced, and you're like, oh, she's with them. You thought she was cool, right? Then she just gets mollywops by Tamari. Then you see Neji versus Hinata, and you're like, oh shit, Neji's that dude. And then you see Rock Lee. And you're like, damn, Rock Lee's that dude. And it's like, yeah, Tenten's trash.
It's big Sag. I think she takes Yajarobi, though. I do. I don't think Yajarobi's got shit on all that.
I don't know, though, because, like, a lot of the things with Yajarobi, right, are, like, comedic relief. So if you see him get hit by a car and just get up with a bump bruise, do you then equate the comedic element of that to being like, oh, he can withstand getting hit by cars?
I would still say
I don't know if he's ever... That's just the scenario I threw out. I don't know if... I could see that happen.
Yeah. I would still give that to him and still be able to say Tenten would take him. I haven't seen him hit with a ki blast as far as I know, so... But
yeah.
It's also the slashing weapon effect of Tenten's weapons that I'm like, yeah. Because if someone's going to be like, oh, he's got this much power, he's immune to bladed weapons, I'm like, he just cut off Vegeta's tail. Come back at me about slashing weapons now.
Yeah, you're going to say Vegeta's not...
So, I'm giving the slashing weapon effect to that, too. There's a lot of sickles in that hailstorm of weapons.
Yeah, because Yajarobi ain't got nothing other than his katana, and he's like a mild martial artist, you know what I mean?
If he can get into melee range, I 100% think he low diffs 10-10.
Maybe, but because he's not very active with his training, you know what I mean? He's a very lazy, laid-back kind of guy, so...
I would say the same of 10-10.
Kinda, but it's like... I don't know, 10-10, she's got ninjutsu, so there's other things she can do. Presumably. Lay some traps or something.
And I heard this. I don't fucking know, but apparently, did she use the Sage Art weapons in the war?
Probably, because everybody just got shit thrown at them in the war.
I heard someone say that one of the videos that she ends up using like Ginkakus and Kinkakus.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Weapons. I mean, it'd be the only way to make 10-10 more powerful.
I typed in 10-10 Sage, and it's Sage of Six Path Tools was the first choice.
I don't know what the fuck they do, but...
Oh, Naruto Alternate World versus Hanzo. 10-10 uses Six Path Ninja Tools. So it was in the bullshit filler of wearing
only in her dreams she'd be using them.
Yeah.
I'm the ultimate Kunoichi and the ultimate Tsukiyomi. I loatif everyone.
I don't know, man. Because she's so useless, I want to give it to Yajarobi. But then Yajarobi is also so useless, and I'm just like, maybe they both just lose. You know what I mean? Maybe they just both end each other.
She hits him with like one of the blunt weapons in her scroll, and then his sword flies out of his hand and just flings into her.
I could see her just like putting like with those the cow chops. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And Yajarobi just steps on them, falls on his ass, gets poked. I could see that happening. The son Yajarobi would do. Yes.
Trying to think of more.
Chinkress.
Trying to think of any other one.
Between those two?
No, just random. I was just like
random.
I was just trying to brain blast. Yeah. I think the ultimate point is to take mid-tier characters and put them up against each other.
Right? Something just absolutely.
The first thing that came to my mind was Chad versus Yamcha. I don't know why. It's the first thing that came to my mind.
I said Yamcha takes that.
I kind of do too, but then the more I want to like sit on it, the more I want to give Chad some credit for that attack power.
Same, especially because of this. Everyone's like, the Cyberman took him out. I'm like, yeah, he did. But you see this how small the crater is in the Yamcha meme when he's just laying in the crater dead? I'm like, that's not a very big explosion that killed him.
No.
It doesn't seem like it's big time power.
I think Yamcha has some serious AP, but I think like Chad hits him with that, was it Las Muertes?
Yes.
Thank you. It's because I know what it means in Spanish.
I don't.
Death. Or the death. That or the death? No, it's death. Muerte. Yeah, because Dia de los Muertes is Day of the Dead.
Yes, I do know that from...
Real life.
No, a movie. Disney movie. Coco.
There you go.
Coco. My son loved that movie for a while.
But yeah, if he hits him with that, I think Yamcha is going to be in the same condition at least.
Yeah, but Yamcha also has the mini spirit ball that he throws.
He's also
that I always
amazing at hand to hand. Like Chad is the slow, tanky guy. I'm not sure if he could land that one punch.
That's the thing too, because people just forget on like the baseline how just physically strong just normal people are in the Dragon Ball world. And then
Yamcha's got the finesse. Like he's a martial artist.
He's just shit in his own anime because of how good everyone else is in his own anime. But if you look at
wolf like this, he would absolutely start like looping around Chad's hand and beating his ass. So yeah, I think I also give it to Yamcha still.
Yeah. It's a big L for Chad.
Big L for Chad. I feel like there's a lot of L's for Chad. I'd have to really set someone up to make Chad win.
Poor Chad.
Rurouni Kenshin versus Chad.
Chad takes it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this because I just kind of used my bias the last time we talked about this. And because we were talking about, when we talked about the brackets.
Yeah.
Of how all these Demon Slayer characters are winning. And we're like, this is bullshit. But you had said that it would be more apt to pair those guys against Kenshin. And I just immediately sided with Kenshin because of bias. But I was thinking about it. I think Yurichi would beat Kenshin.
Because Yurichi was fighters.
Yeah, because Yurichi was with no special powers. He's just a dude with a sword. Put so much PTSD in Muzan, who is a supernatural being,
the highest tier.
The highest tier, and so much PTSD that demons that Muzan makes have that PTSD.
That's really putting your dick on the table.
Yeah. So I'm like,
it's the way like how Crow's kids inherit their like hatred of people. His kids inherited his fear of someone.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think Yurichi beats Kenshin. I think Kenshin would.
That's why I also specifically set up Tengen for that fight again, because he's not a traditional katana user. I thought that
with the bombs and shit.
Not that it guarantees him the win, but I thought that gives him a better chance than most of the regular katana users.
I am speaking of Kenshin, I'm very much liking the new stuff. So
I probably am gonna watch it, to be honest, because I've always wanted to watch the original, and this is just doing that with better pacing. Probably. We'll see.
So what I want to do is go watch the first 2 episodes of the original.
So slow.
I just want to see
definitely
just the first 2.
rewatched the first episode before. I don't think I even went to the second. I've actually no. That's a lie.
I want to see how quickly they resolve the first thing that happens in the series, because it happens in episode 1 of this series.
What do you mean by first thing that happens? Like kidnapping Kaoru?
No, there's a Kenshin comes to town, and there's, because he heard that there was someone going around committing crimes using the name of Batosai. So basically his name.
Yeah, I think that person ends up kidnapping Kaoru in the original.
Well, they go to her dojo and intimidate her, but then Kenshin just shows up and just beats all of them. But I'm like, maybe they do kidnap her in the original, extending it, because in this new one, like I said, it's episode 1. The whole thing is resolved in the first episode. They figure out who it is.
I'm like 85% sure, I'd say, that they kidnapped her in the original, because I'm pretty sure he even like tells her to stay calm when he comes to like a duel by the river.
Oh, it was not in the river. It was in her dojo. They just walk in the doors. They kind of try and intimidate her because her her like helper old man was part of it and was trying from the inside take over her dojo, so that they were there to take her.
To be fair, I think they resolved it in one episode though, if I remember right. But it took the entire episode.
Yeah, and
I'm right.
The second episode so far is introduce Yahiko.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I think after that is where we're going to see if it gets dragged out more, though.
You know what I could do, too, is look up the episode list and just read descriptions.
Why are you doing that? I want to say it was about somewhere between 5 and 8 years ago. I tried to watch Rurouni Kenshin again, because I got to the first antagonist guy, which I'm not sure if you remember. He's a guy that keeps a short sword on him, because he's all about blocking and then beating your ass. That was a good fucking fight, I gotta say.
That guy?
No, it was past him.
Okay.
I don't consider party members actual
party
bad guys.
Yeah, let's see.
He is a party member. He wasn't a Shinsengumi guy, because I think the Shinsengumi were either before or after.
Nice.
Actually, so maybe this...
Still surprises me that it was made in 96. So.
Maybe me calling him first is a little bit of a misnomer there.
Is there really no episode list on Wikipedia? Let's see. Motion pictures. Oh, right here, episode list. 95 episodes of the original series. Oh, God. Doesn't even give descriptions.
Kid Samurai.
Handsome Swordsman, Legend. Oh, yeah, see?
Yeah, that's Yahiko for sure.
Well, no. Oh,
and
maybe.
The student. Unless that whole episode is devoted to him joining the dojo. Yeah, because then episode... Yeah, 2 is definitely Yahiko, because 4 is... You know, the pacing doesn't look that bad from where I'm looking. Versus Zanbato. I think that might be where he fights the Shinsengumi guy, because the Shinsengumi guy is the one that puts the sword on the palm of his hand and thrusts with it.
Yes. And his style is like this, and blades on the tip.
Like kind of like Obi-Wan, but he pushes it.
Yes.
That's a different person than the first one I was talking about. Can you keep scrolling for me, actually?
Yes. Absolutely.
I kind of want to see if
Up to 5, Reverse Blade versus Zanbato. Parents of Karogasa, Visitor from the Shadows.
Deathmatch Under the Moon.
Mysterious Beauty from Nowhere.
Ninjas. I remember seeing the ninjas, so it might be after that. Farewell, the Strongest Man, Clash of Light and Shadow.
Birth of the Boy Swordsman, the Battle... Of
First Apprentice, yeah, because that's probably him proving himself.
Yeah, so...
I don't see his name there. I see Megumi's name. Chimpu Squad on the Run.
We'll see, because I'm sure a lot of it... I don't know how 90s animes did... what do you call it? Fillers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So... It's a good question.
I'm I'm figuring this one out.
Do it.
I can't let it go.
Oh, what? Who this person is that you're thinking of?
Yes. Because he was a fucking badass.
I would assume just type in like Rurouni Kenshin early villains or
I should have hit
antagonists.
early because, man.
Not working out for
I
you.
wish this list had pictures. I need picture books. That's just Gojo's face. Am I wrong? Is that not just Gojo's face?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is, but it's just Gojo.
Oh no, it's a big list. I don't like big lists. That's the Shinsengumi
Yes.
guy.
So it wasn't him?
It wasn't him. And it was a little bit later.
I mean, it could have been the other Shinsengumi, the his apprentice.
God, why don't you people use pictures?
Because pictures are for children. We say as we read manga, which is all pictures. I was just in pictures, images on Google, and it was fruitless.
Because the problem is, because I haven't watched more of it, maybe he'd had like a turn, you know what I mean? Okay. God, it's also just been forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if I'll recognize this guy if I do see him. He was a beast, though. He left an impression on me. I really want to say it's this guy. I really do. Whoever the hell he is.
I remember his face.
Yes.
But, I mean, it's been so long.
Here's a 90s picture of him.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's very prominent. What's his name there?
It didn't give me his name here.
I'm sure one of those pictures will have his name.
You know, you would think so.
You would think so.
Oh, yep, here we go.
Right.
Aoshi.
Aoshi Shinomori.
Yep, that's definitely the man. So, like, they're fighting and stuff, and he just keeps blocking. Eventually, Kenshin realizes he's only using a short sword, and that's when the man starts busting out the hands with his free hand, and just beating Kenshin in the face. Just leaves a nice impression. It was a really good fight, and that's around where I stopped watching when I rewatched. Yes, he has two short swords.
Yep.
And that way he can just beat your ass. Because the person he fights right before him used just the martial arts, so that while he's getting his ass beat, he's like, wait, I recognize these punches. You taught the last guy, didn't you? He's like, yes, I did.
Motherfucker. I think Kenshin could take some of the Hashira. I don't know about all of them.
I think you take Rengoku.
Careful with that one.
That's about the only, him and Tengen are the only ones I've seen. I think Tengen wins, personally. He's got a deep bag.
People love Rengoku.
They do.
For dude that was in 12 chapters.
I also like Rengoku. This isn't an insult to Rengoku. I just think he's very traditional, and I think Kenshin has the upper hand against that.
Agreed.
Because that's Kenshin. That's already Kenshin's game, so you have to be better at that game than Kenshin is.
Yeah, I think that the bombs and all of that stuff would really give Tengen an upper
Having
hand.
range with the fact he can put his shit on like chains and shit.
Yeah. And plus that move that he used where he threw it and then caught the blade and the strength in that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I could see that happening. I could see him beating Kenshin. Because he's so unique. He's so flamboyant.
I think Kenshin would beat Butterfly Girl, even Poison included. I'm not sure if she'd hit him.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to... Shinobu would beat him.
It's like trying to take him with a rapier, and I just don't see that happening.
Mitsuri would probably win, too. Just because she's just, like,
I was thinking that is a
strong,
hard one to fight.
But at the same time, though, because I forget his name all the time. He's one of the main characters, the dude that wears the white. I mean, he throws fucking boulders at Kenshin, too, if I remember correctly. So it's like, Kenshin's fought people that are, like, freakishly strong. It's one. But her sword's weird, too. It's like a whip instead of...
Which also gives her some range. I see that one being closer, though.
Yeah, but like if you're getting into like the more traditional people, which is weird because we're listing all the weaker Hashira, so I feel like the weaker ones would have an upper hand against Kenshin almost, but then the stronger ones in the series like Tomioka and Gyu in them,
Tomioka.
They just have the sword skills, and if it's just sword skills versus Kenshin, that's when things get dicey.
Kenshin versus Zenitsu. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time anyone mentions Hydrogen Bomb now, I think of that fucking No Game No Life game.
Yeah. Hydrogen bomb.
Just because I got a blast from that time era of anime and stuff like watching. Just another thing to add to my list that I want to read is Magi. Still want to read Magi.
Sora and Shiro versus Ellen Light in chess.
Sora and Shiro, Ellen Light. Dual chess. Sora and Shiro. They beat God.
Yeah.
They beat God in chess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm giving it to Sora.
But then they take it to the tennis court and it's Light and L all day.
Oh, all day. It's not even a... Talking about a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby.
Point. Foul. Point. Foul. Point.
The baby's got whooping cough.
Savage.
I mean, look at them when they just walk outside into the sun. They just had an existential crisis.
The whole life fell apart. Have to be an indoor court.
Well, I just thought another good one, too. Swapping roles. Who would succeed better? Lelouch coming to the world of Death Note being Kira, or Light being Zero? Would Light do a better Zero?
Would they do better at their respective jobs?
Yeah. Or would Lelouch be a better
so much
Kira?
in the brain.
Yeah. Would Light be a better Kira? Would Lelouch be a better Kira, and would Light be a better Zero?
Weird thing is, I always imagine Light as like the silent terror. I think he wouldn't even like go into like combat. I feel like he would just try to like.
First off, that's a big thing too to say, because they're so different in that sense. Light is the behind the shadows guy, and
Lelouch is in the thick of it.
Lelouch has what's the word that everyone keeps using? He's fuck.
Riz?
No. He's got so much like flair. He's all about. He's dramatic. He's all about the drama.
The drama.
So, I feel like he'd be the dumb one to just be his Kira, just announce himself as Kira. I'm Kira.
I am Kira.
Be Britannia.
Oh, Lelouch would definitely go for those Shinigami eyes, though.
He would totally take that.
So, oh, yes, so I have to half the time for my plan, then that's fine.
So
I can account for it.
So I think, my personal opinion, I think that Lelouch would be a better Kira in the essence that, one, he would take the Shinigami eyes, and he wouldn't delegate the Death Note to other people. He would, because he didn't he doesn't delegate the Geass.
He didn't tell his secret to anyone but C2, and that's only because he literally had to. He has no choice. He already knows.
Which means he wouldn't tell anyone other than Ryuk about
No
Ryuk.
way. He'd probably still infiltrate the police, too. The way Lake did.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. And because of that, I just feel like... Because Lelouch doesn't have the ego that Light had.
No.
But then
He
Light...
loves the drama, but he doesn't attach, like...
Yeah. He's dramatic.
He does it for the effect it has on other people, less than inflating his sense of self.
But Light doesn't have the emotional attachment to a war-torn sister to push his revenge plan. Light doesn't give a fuck about anyone. He's a narcissist. So he doesn't have...
I can't even assume he would react the same way to...
Well, yeah, even if... I'm just saying just pluck him and just...
I was even... If they were... I would still like... Because you gotta factor in family.
Yeah, I guess. But, okay, so we'll factor in family. Would Light care if... if his sister was Nonly? I mean, he killed his dad and lied to his dad's face on his dad's deathbed. Light doesn't fuck around with that. He manipulates Misa, which I will stand by this. Light is gay.
Oh, yeah.
There's a 0% chance you're that obsessed with...
or just completely asexual.
Or that. Yeah. And he's got the hottest piece of ass in Misa that is throwing her
and then later
her poon at his face, and he does nothing with either one of them.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, these people are throwing their snatch at your face, and you're just like,
but then he's like, let me wash your feet, L.
Yeah, exactly.
Or was it L washing Light's feet? Or it
was the other way, right? Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm cool with this.
Yeah. So I think because Light wouldn't be motivated by the same things that Light was in his universe, Light would not try to overthrow Britannia.
He would just be a monster killing.
So he would either just be a terrorist.
Well, I could still assume, like...
Well, because...
Let me put it this way, though.
Well, you gotta think,
War took his country, so that would be his view of who's evil in the world.
Because I was just gonna say, because originally Light's motives were morally not as gray. They were kind of like, okay, yeah, you're killing criminals. It's as it went on, it got worse and worse, and he started diving over that edge. But from the start, when he got the book, he's like, I'm going to make a better world. So his idea
would try for his whatever he wants faster. His plan wouldn't be the same though. He would just try to kill everyone. He'd just try to kill every Britannian he could come across.
Yeah. Ooh, he would.
So
he would use the flare.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Light didn't use...
I think even early game, he'd be like, the first few soldiers, like, oh, you're under my command now, let's go kill Clovis. Or just use Clovis to get in further with the royal family. Because he was scared of his dad finding out.
Yeah, I just don't think...
in all reality, Clovis, Cornelia, and Euphemia all would have harbored him if he, came clean with them.
Lelouch?
Yeah. Well, if Lelouch went to Clovis as Lelouch via Britannia instead of as an assassin, I don't think Clovis would have been like...
I don't know about Clovis, because Clovis was pretty fucking douchey, so I think...
He was douchey, but he knew him since he was a kid.
Yeah, but I don't think Clovis was that guy. I think that Yuffie and the others...
Cornelia. I think Cornelia would have.
Well, I think Clovis was doomed to die.
Even Schneisel would have protected him. Schneisel
because
is
Schneisel...
cold, but not even cold.
He would have just...
He's a realist, but he
would have just probably put him in some corner of the world, like, yeah, whatever, just go live there.
We'll hide you in this better Britannia
Schneisel
colony.
Wouldn't help him try and find it. Schneisel wouldn't care to try and help Lelouch find out what happened to his mother and all that, because Schneisel only cares about his own gains, and helping Lelouch find out that information doesn't help him.
So maybe Cornelia would be the absolute best person.
Schneisel would need more... Schneisel would have to be a later game thing, right?
I still think he could have got... Yeah, I think...
Lelouch would have needed to know more answers to give Schneisel, to then Schneisel formulate a plan to be like, I can use this to get rid of the Emperor.
Because that's what I was just thinking.
I can use this story.
I actually think Schneisel would be interested in general because of how many weird factors there were around it. Because Schneisel was very interested in what the king was doing, and V2's the one that set up his mom getting shot down. So I think he actually would have been real interested in the situation.
True.
And Light would have preyed on any of them. I do think it would be interesting if he did come clean to Cornelia specifically. Cornelia would have had his back.
I think to win over Cornelia, it would have been easier to win over Yuffie. Everything went wrong when Lelouch's Gias failed, because he was about to accept Yuffie right there, and when he accepted Yuffie, accepting Cornelia was next.
Yeah.
Within a week later, they would have been together, and they would have been on board with each other. The problem was right then, of course, his Gias had to fail, and then Yuffie gets killed. And
This
then
was like a perfect AU too, because he would leave Zero behind and not even tell Cornelia he was Zero. So look, I was exiled here. I just found Euphemia by chance because she was hanging out with my classmate. He just drops that and just adopts a whole nother persona now.
I just think Light would take a totally different path.
I think he would have gotten himself caught fast too, trying to use the Gias as his weapon of choice.
Because Light's sloppy.
But then again,
he's sloppy with the Death Note.
Light would have done the same thing Lelouch did at the school with the Gias and tested all the rules, because that's the first thing he did with the book.
Yes.
So I do think there's a world where he just uses other soldiers to shoot down other people. Like, again, go up to Clovis's guard and be like, hey, you guys turn around, go in there, shoot Clovis, walk away. Don't even be the one that enters the room and use Gias and Clovis.
Yeah, Light, like I said, Light would be a very in the shadows kind of guy.
Yeah, he wouldn't get into Nightmare.
Hell no.
No, there's no way.
He's a fucking coward. But
Elle would have done it for fun.
yeah. There's 0% chance Lelouch gets caught as Kira, though.
No.
Lelouch is way too calm and thinks way too many... because I always say Light's...
Let's say his god complex comes because...
Maybe the Death Note gives people god complexes and won't use
that
it.
Or like...
But either way, he's just too smart. He's too strategic. He plans everything out, and even in the moment you see him when he does get cornered, he instantly thinks the way...
comes behind Light's sister, cracks her in the back, and leaves her paralyzed. Now, Death Note world, Lelouch hates criminals. I was a criminal once, but then one of them cracked my sister in the back. Now he hates criminals. He was in a kid gang.
Yeah, and I just... Because the Lindell Taylor thing, I don't think Lelouch kills him.
No.
And I still... Because there's a lot of people used to... Well, not so much anymore. Death Note's not talked about as much anymore. But back in the day when people talked about things of where Light went wrong, I'm still of the camp. His first problem was always killing Lindale Taylor. If he didn't kill Lindale Taylor, he never would have got caught. Cause Elle would never have known.
I was thinking Ray Pember in my head, but you're right. Lindale Taylor's definitely the first mistake because that's what localized Elle's search radius.
I think he did the Ray Pember thing. Well,
Ray Pember was an absolute mistake, and it was even narratively framed as a mistake by Ray Pember saying he was going to drop the investigation before the bus jacking.
Yeah, and then he kills him, but then Light covers his ass by killing the wife, so the investigation kind of ends there because they never bring that up later.
But you know what it is, though?
Near and Mello never bring it up.
When you think about it, though, the whole plan there was Elle was only tailing so many people with FBI agents. Ray Pember dies. The rest of the list of FBI agents die. Oh, wait. No, Light was really smart with that. He had Ray Pember write the names down on the note.
He killed everybody.
Yeah, at the same time. If anything, Naomi dying is what told Elle that it was Ray Pember's death that was weird in the group.
Yes,
which leads to Light.
Because she was the only one, and he knew her. Elle knew her. He worked on it. So that's probably
There's a whole book of that case that he worked on with Naomi.
I think that is the whole... Because I always found it funny when I was watching Death Note. I was like, why is Elle so convinced Light is Kira? And it's her death.
That's exactly
because
why.
She's the only...
It's also just
he
the
knows
fact
her.
He kept narrowing the radius. It went down to just his district in Japan.
So he knew
then it went down to someone with police info, and I think that's the most dangerous part was this Ray Pember pyramid because he was only tailing certain people that had access to police information.
Then he realized too that it was a school student, and then knew it was someone because that's how he
was
deduced it.
Certain it was like he was gathering evidence.
Yeah, because he's like, okay, it's a school student, and once he decided that, then it leaked, and now all of a sudden kills are happening during school time.
Yeah.
So like that. Okay, so the person is a school student who has ties. Who's that going to be? Light. Okay, Ray Pembar, him and all the FBI agents die. Okay, that's kind of weird. So Kira killed all the agents, right? How do I know which agent was the one tailing Light? Or, Kira.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, but now Ray Pember's wife just committed suicide. I worked out with her on a case. I don't think that she would do that.
She would want vengeance.
She would want vengeance. And none of the other FBI agents' families died. just Ray Penbars. Who is Ray Penbar tailing? Light.
On top of that, there's camera footage of them in the lobby together. When I think about it, because they were in the lobby together, because Light was there, walks in as Naomi's talking, trying to get to the chief of the investigation. So there's also that. So yes. the dots would be there to connect Light to Naomi too.
Yeah. And see, all of those things, Lelouch is just way smarter than Kira. Light. I just think Lelouch is just smarter in general. He's more strategic.
While he has no compassion for the enemy, he's a more compassionate person.
Yes.
He's not the first person to jump to killing every single motherfucker. He kills when he has to get out of a situation. So there's still the chance he would kill Naomi in the same circumstance, I think.
But I would think...
But I don't think he would lead himself...
down that path. Because it all goes back to killing Lindell Taylor. And I don't think...
Lelouch was never killed someone for getting his ego checked.
Yeah. Never.
The only time he got even angry for having his ego checked was the season 1 finale. Because he did get angry at Suzaku there, but it's because he was like, protect Nonali. I don't give a shit about Nonali. You don't give a shit about Nonali.
Exactly. Motherfucker.
Suzaku.
Lelouch.
So, like, some guy being like, I will find you, Kira. Lelouch would be like, no, you won't. Twirling a chess piece.
Yeah. No. It's just... Because it's... Well, no, because the Lindell Taylor thing, it was Lindell Taylor. It's just his name, L, was close to it. Because I was going to say, by that time, as soon as Lelouch hears about the Shinigami eyes, he's got him.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't taking no...
No. He has no attachment to his life.
No.
His life is just a means to his goal.
As we saw in original Code Geass, he literally gave his life for his goal. So... That was a good one. I just plucked that out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Good, because I got nothing else. JJK episode 2 was good, though.
Yes.
The guy's life flashing before his eyes.
Oh my god, that's so hilarious.
My partner was so confused. He's like, what the fuck is happening?
I was like, he's dead. That's what happened.
I was like, it's coming. It's coming.
I wanted it to be more of a beatdown than it was, but it was still beautiful. Because I literally paused it there, and that's why I texted you. It's like, in all caps, LMAO, tell me when you watch season 2, because you wanted that to be animated so bad. I was like, they gave him a fucking flashback. Which was not in the manga.
There's another anime that did that too, and it reminded me of it so much. Baki did that once. There's a prison fight where the number 2 guy in the prison's about to go fight Oliver Biscuit, Mr. Unstoppable himself. And in the middle of the fight too, and we've already got hyped up on these. These are Baki characters. We have all the hype we need for both combatants. So it would be believable if he hurt Mr. Unstoppable. But there's just one point where he gets off like the kill shot. I think his special move was twisting his hair into a thing, putting it in your ear and ripping out your eardrum. He gets it off and beats down Mr. Unstoppable, and then Yujiro and President Bush roll up, which we've seen them in the car together in recent scenes, so that's not even far-fetched. Bush and Yujiro pop up, and they're like, whoa, you're so strong, Guerrero. Wow, goddamn. And Bush is even like, oh shit, I'll pull the troops out of your country now. You're some serious deal. And then suddenly it's just, nope. Biscuit has him punched down in the face, straight up planking. He was just having his whole like fucking life flash before his eyes too. Straight, like a amazing. Fucking Looney Tunes. You gotta watch Baki. I'm telling you. If you just watch the Netflix seasons, I would recommend going on YouTube and finding the 90s anime too. But the Netflix seasons are the wild ones, man. And a new season's coming real soon.
How high up do you scale Baki characters?
Oh, God. I mean, it's so hard to scale Baki characters,
because they try and be realistic, but then at the same time, Yujiro Hama exists.
It's like the top... Well, yeah, and Yujiro's a whole nother category. The man that punched an earthquake away.
Yeah.
The man who fist fought an elephant and won.
Aren't there dinosaurs in one of the scenes?
Oh,
series?
this next season's gonna be fire. The next season they fight the first human. That's the title, and to hype up the first human, because Baki needs to hype everyone up. The first human was fist fighting T-Rexes, like fucking mammoths and shit. Jesus Baki, it's Christ. So good. It's so good. It's so hard to place them though.
You need to read One Punch Man.
I do.
It's getting so good plot-wise. I'm like, what? It's juicy.
Poison Head guy definitely takes down Metal Bat.
Metal Bat's... He's a G.
Don't
sleep on Metal Bat.
I won't sleep on Metal Bat, but this man makes pockets of oxygen in the palm of his hand that take you out in one hit. I fucking love Baki.
Oh, shit.
God forbid the character's not a virgin.
And he turns into a Super Saiyan when he has sex for the first time.
I just can't get over it. Baki gets his ass beat and put in like a hospital bed for days and needs to drink like this like vitamin enriched water to literally get his muscles back in like a few minutes, just to come back from the ass beating he got from Poison Hand guy. And then the other guy had a beat down too, but wasn't as bad. Baki has sex once, no training on top of that, has sex once, comes back and takes them both at the same time and embarrasses them. It's insane to me.
I've seen that one.
And he would
beat him.
I gotta say, as a Baki fan, watcher, and enjoyer, that scene felt so good because when Baki's got that swagger from like
confidence,
that all the Netflix seasons, he has this huge swagger to him. But especially after that too, he's just talking mad shit. You still, you do have to watch the '90s seasons though because it's so simple while they're trying to hype them. This like. The hype up in those is like, my martial arts style is I have my hands in my pockets. Oh, he's using hand pockets. And then Yujiro's like, I can use hand pockets too.
He does that against the wheelchair guy in that tournament that stands out of the wheelchair. It looks like he's actually going to beat Yujiro. It's the most I've seen Yujiro.
He stops his own heart and starts it back up after the fight. So he's also like one of the few people that live after a Yujiro fight too.
Because I was like, all of the stuff I've seen of Yujiro, this is the only guy, first off, I've ever seen make Yujiro bleed or look like he's struggling.
Much less actually take consistent, like, combos.
Yeah.
Did you see him rip the face off of a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, like...
It literally, like, hucked it into the crowd at his, like, followers.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
And then kicked him in that spot.
Ouch.
Yeah. Baki's so good.
Brutes. Magoots.
Baki's so goddamn good. One of my favorite scenes. I just watched it. I'm probably going to just share it to you. It was just someone doing like commentary about pretty much summarizing the whole prison arc. There's a scene where Baki's just like, they're doing a roll call and Baki's just like, I want to go outside. Kicks the guard, knocks him out. She starts walking outside. The warden's there with a platoon of men with automatic weapons pointed at Baki. He's just like, what are you doing, boy? He's like, I want to go outside. And you ain't shit. It's just like in an instant, like you can't even see it. It has to like slow down to even show it. He's breaks the guy's glasses. He's like, you think you got me hostage? And then they'll circle him with the guns. He's like, oh, now you guys think you got me hostage. Guess what? I got the buttons on all of your shirts right now. You're my hostages. Now I'm going to go outside. And he just walks with all these people holding the guns around him. And the moment he takes one step outside the prison, he's like, okay, I'm done. Prisoner Baki Hanma returning. This fucking... Again, that
didn't he just go
dick.
There to train with somebody?
He kidnapped President Bush, and his demands were, send me to Arizona State Prison. And Bush is like, what? Huh? Excuse me?
What was that?
You don't want money? You don't want any money? He's like, no. I just want to go fight Oliver Biscuit.
How did Oliver Biscuit get in jail?
That I don't know what he did, honestly. But
how did he allow them to put him in jail?
How does he continually
if there's
allow them?
A GPS satellite dedicated to tracking his whereabouts, his and Yujiro's, and only those two people.
Yeah, so when Yujiro was in the car with Bush, every satellite was on him.
I've seen the scene where, I think you shared it to me too, but I think I had seen it before, with where the security guard's like, this wants to kill your president. There ain't nothing
Yeah.
I'm doing to stop him. So he drop kicks the president out of the fucking building.
And Yujiro still catches him outside.
He's like, that was your best play.
It was good job.
Respect.
That was good, yeah.
Respect. I'm leaving now.
God, I got 2 videos to send you to. That same guy does a Yujiro video that's just great.
The muscle anime.
How he meets both of the women that bear his children. It's just wild.
Yujiro or a Joestar?
That's a good fight. You said a
Some of
Joestar because you don't know all the Joestars well enough.
I don't. Well, first off, one of the other ones. Because from what
He's
I've
not
heard,
fighting.
Giorno probably just fucking no diffs.
Oh, Jordo no diffs a lot of animes.
Yeah.
Jordo gets the most insane plot-breaking power boost at the end of part 5. It is so ridiculous.
Lay it on me. What is it?
Oh, I have to look it up. It's a Gold Experience Requiem. Because it's what ends up beating the most complicated JoJo power to ever exist. The King Crimson. The one that erases time. Or skips time.
Please be a synopsis somewhere.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's telling me like when it was used. I just want a description. Appearance. I don't want the fucking appearance and personality of his stand. Oh, here we go. That doesn't tell me what it fucking does. Okay, here we go. Gold Experience Requiem's ultimate ability is to revert all actions and willpower back to the state of 0, completely nullifying them and preventing them from becoming real. For simplicity's sake, it's comparable to performing undo, completely denying any causality.
Yeah, so I want to shoot a Kamei wave at your face. It just never happened.
If the opponent is killed by Gold Experience Requiem, then they will continuously experience death, as they will die but repeatedly return to point 0, the point immediately before the process of death. Through this ability, it creates a new reality, as it calls for Diavolo, as a form of poetic justice.
Savage.
That's on top of its regular abilities, because that was just from the power boost Jordo gets at the end.
Jordo's Dio's.
Yes.
Right? And somehow gets Joestar blood in there
Oh,
too.
no, that's not somehow. I used to think somehow, but then I realized why. It's because Dio had that kid after he took Jonathan's body.
Oh.
Because at the end of part 1, Dio's just ahead, and the whole cruise ship they're on goes down. While in the ocean, Dio's head attaches to Jonathan's body, and he just takes it. Or as the ship's going down. Because he also, at some point, gets into the coffin, and in part 3 is the coffin washing up on the beach, and Dio is unleashed upon the world again. So after that point, while he has Jonathan's body, he had Giorno. So that's why he has Joestar blood.
And isn't Dio technically still around, or is he just gone forever?
No, he's... Part 3, he is dead.
Dead?
Dead.
I could have sworn someone said that he's mentioned in another part or something.
Oh, JoJo's gets real complicated. But yes, part 6 has a flashback that sort of retcons some stuff of him. From what I understand, I haven't seen part 6 yet.
Huh.
But he has a connection to the part 6 villain. Where they're had a friendly relationship even.
Interesting.
Yeah, from what I gather, it's almost like he worshipped Dio. But then JoJo's gets really complicated after part 6, where there is, yes, more Dio after 6. Because... Oh, it's like the ultimate spoiler, too. It's the thing I've also been very much avoiding telling my partner. Is at the end of part 6, the whole universe gets rewritten.
What?
Yep.
So that's how Dio's in part 7?
Yep. And that's how... And a lot of the characters from part 7 on have the same names as characters from parts 1 through 6.
Oh, that's super confusing. Oh.
Like, there's a new Gyro Zeppeli. And I can almost feel my partner's brain,
Is there a new
like,
Speedwagon?
gears turning. I think so. I know there's a new Dio.
There's a new Dio that's not
From what I
the
gather,
original
yes.
Dio, so it's a separate being.
And the Part 8's main character has the same name as Part 4's main character. They're both Josuke Higashikata.
I want to slap the JoJo's author.
Araki. Yeah, so after 6, it's going to get a little weird.
A little weird?
But Part 7's supposed to be the best part of JoJo, so... all I've heard is praise for Steel Ball Run.
Well,
I've heard it in top manga sections when they'll be like, no other part of JoJo's, but Part 7. Part 7's in my top 10. I'm like, oh, whoa, okay. I'm still in
JoJo's
part
is
3.
long too, though. That's another one. I didn't think it was as long as it was. I felt like each part was like this, that, like just a couple 25 episodes each or whatever. And then I saw how many episodes are in part 3. Stardust Crusaders.
I'll say it again. I get to Egypt and someone goes, we saw 9 stand users meet up at Dio's hideout last night. I'm like, no! It's like 18 more episodes right there. 2 per stand user. No! Why? We just got through all the stand users. Why is there 9 more? So angry. It's like a whole other chapter of a video game opening up. I just want to get to the fucking finale, man. Oh, I'm so sad. Part 3 is so hard for me to get through, and it's so many people's favorites. It's the classic 90s one that got adapted. It's Dio. I've watched the whole Dio fight. It's incredible. I could see it in top 5 anime fights of all time, genuinely, because there's a lot of fucking strategy to it too. One of the most hilarious parts is when Dio fucking stops time, throws all the knives. They all go into Jotaro. He goes down, and Jotaro's hearing like, oh shit, I can't get any fucking hits in right now. Oh fuck, I need him to think I'm dead right now. I need to just let him to think I'm dead. And Dio's even like, he has no reason to be cautious, but Dio's even like, are you dead, Jotaro? I'm not convinced. Let me just throw a knife at you. If I get close, you'd be able to counterattack that. Let me grab this cop, shove my fingers in him, suck his blood to recover, have him point the gun, and shoot your body. You didn't flinch. Let me listen to the ground to listen to your heartbeat before I approach.
Does his finger twitch and he like jumps back or something?
Yeah, but Jojo even uses his stand to grab his heart and stop it while Dio's listening to the ground. And then Dio finally approaches.
Oh, you're approaching me.
There's just so much to this fight. A moment where Dio's fucking on the ground, he grabs someone's fucking motorcycle or car and just zoops away. But Jojo catches up from the fucking sewers. It's so good. It's such a good fight.
Well then.
Literally, when I first wanted to get into JoJo's, the thing I did was I went to Dio's World Part 1. The moment where Polnareff is walking up the stairs and you finally see Dio in Part 3. But from that point on, it's fan-fucking-tastic straight through. Straight through. Dio is such a menace.
Then just watch from there on and then move on to Part 4.
No, because I need all of it. Because I don't...
What do you need from those useless
all the character
9?
deaths.
Okay, then go watch those specific episodes.
No.
But then none of these characters are in Part 4 anyway.
Jojo is.
Okay.
And Polnareff is in Part 5.
Well, Part 5 is the one you want to watch, right?
The most, yeah. But I also am going to watch Part 4. I tried watching it back when it first came out without having watched other JoJo seasons, but I fell off. It didn't help that in the first episode, someone bites the face off a dog, though.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Pretty brutal. But
yeah.
Josuke is also a very interesting JoJo. But to circle back a bit, Jojo beats Jonathan's ass and Joseph's ass. Low diff.
Jotaro takes him out, though.
Oh, most certainly. It's hard. It's hard because we haven't really seen Yujiro like hurt.
What the fuck is Yujiro gonna do against a stand though?
I
Haman is nothing.
Haman's nothing. That's why I'm like, Joseph and Jonathan are fodder for Yujiro. He'll massacre them. But I'm even thinking, Jojo is not the kind to like whip out knives or anything. So I'm wondering if even with the stand and his own punches, will that hurt Yujiro? Because Jojo can stop time also. So even if he stops time and starts beating the shit out of him with his stand, I think Yujiro like time has resumed, and you're just like doesn't even notice a time difference or pain.
Nah, I don't know.
It's tough. It's tough. Josuke absolutely would beat Yujiro though, because that's where the hacks start coming in. Josuke can disassemble and reassemble things that his stand punches.
Yeah, Yujiro ain't doing shit to that.
So what that guy that bit the face off a dog, he uses his stand to punch that man into a rock and fuse him with it.
And then you just go down the list, and the rest of them just get worse and worse.
Yeah, again, Jojo beats his ass. I don't actually know enough about the JoJos from that point on. I know, like, all of the antagonists, though, which is, like, huge spoilers for every part, honestly. That's, like, the big draw is that the antagonists are always, like, recluse or, like, held back.
Yeah.
And he ain't got shit on any of the antagonists, because Dio's a whole nother story. When Dio stops time, he brings in a giant steamroller to drop on your fucking head. Yeah. And Diavolo would also just massacre Yujiro. Massacre him. It wouldn't even be close.
What's the other muscle anime?
There's Kengan Ashura, but I haven't watched any of it. And there's Fist of the North Star, which I honestly, Kenshiro probably would just beat Yujiro.
Yeah. Explodey head.
Yeah, you're gone.
That's where the original aura came from.
Baki would beat Yamcha, I think. That might be a bold claim.
Baki or Yujiro?
Baki.
Well, I mean Yujiro. If
Baki.
Baki beats somebody, Yujiro beats him. But
I was about to say, yeah, Baki, and right now, as far as I know with where I am in the anime, Baki is the second strongest person in the world now. Because he beat Mr. Unchained, and Mr. Unchained was the second strongest person in the world. And there's already one of those satellites, those satellites were already put on Baki by the time that plot point was brought up. So Baki was already in the top 3 conversation in that moment. And it
Baki's
shows to beat Yujiro. Because that's why I'm like, you do have to watch the 90s anime. Because what culminates for his goal is, he was just like fighting, get stronger, being a punk or whatever. His mom was an insane bitch that just wanted Yujiro to pay any attention to him. To the point where, when the leading up to the fight, the mom's even like, oh, Yujiro, like, let's get freaky. And Yujiro just literally gets to the face, is like, go, woman. You've raised a bitch son, and I'm gonna beat his ass tomorrow. And when the mom comes out and sees Baki, she's like mind broken. She's like, and she sees Baki. She starts punching Baki in the face, being like, why won't he love me? So the fight starts happening. She sees Baki getting his ass absolutely beat. First of all, Baki's trying to punch him, and Yujiro's just like, thank you all for raising my son to be able to throw punches at me. This is great. Beats Baki's ass. And then the mom's like, you know what? No, I do love Baki. Goes in and tries to punch Yujiro. Yujiro picks her up, breaks her back, kills her, and drops her dead body on Baki. Then beats the ass of every single person there that was watching and goes on an ass-beating spree in the city. Baki wakes up with his mom and is just like in a brain fog, delusion, everything. Gives her a piggyback ride through town while she's already dead, just being like, oh, you remember this?
That's
Mom?
depressing.
Yeah, so from that point on, he just wants to beat his dad. He just wants to get stronger to beat Yujiro's ass.
Okay.
And that's why everything is just stronger and stronger we go.
You'd think eventually Yujiro would just lose to the he who defeats all.
Yeah.
Father Time.
I mean, they've had I want to say one fight since then. where Yujiro literally just like smashed him through walls. Just like, no, you're not ready. You think you're ready? You're not ready for this smoke.
You aren't ready.
You're not ready.
1,000 years too early for you.
His other son's a beast too, though.
Yeah, what's his name?
Jack Hanma.
Yeah.
In the 90s anime, his whole thing was just he bit parts off of people. Yeah. He's like a steroid user. He's all weird. He literally like bite your ankle off, spit it out in the tournament, and then just beat your ass. That's disgusting. And he'd literally be like chompy too. He'd be like at you. But then after like the Netflix seasons, he's just this fucking monster of a man. No more biting, just literally just beating ass. He's fucking huge.
I've seen him.
I love when Muhammad Ali's son tries to pull up on him because he's eating this dainty little dinner in this little chair and table, just dwarfing it, just like. And Ali comes in and he's just like, oh, I want that smoke. And Jack's just like, I'm fucking eating. You wait.
I do love the respect that the author puts on Ali, though, when Yujiro meets Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, straight up. And then the disrespect to Mike Tyson, though.
Oh,
poor
really?
Mike Tyson. Because Baki gets into the prison, and he's wondering who that number 2 guy is in the prison. He's just like, they said he's in my cell. He's like one of my cellmates. So he walks in, and the first person he meets is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson pulls up. He has the thing. They call him Iron Michael. Yeah. But he looks just like him, has the tattoo and everything. And Baki's like,
well, Iron Mike Tyson.
Michael.
Yeah, Iron Mike Tyson, yeah.
Holy shit, Iron Michael's in my cell block? You must be number 2. And Iron Michael's like, I'm not in the top 10. And then later, someone doesn't like that Iron Michael's going to be getting out of prison soon because that means he's going to get back into the business. So to, like, fix things, they're like, we're going to send these triplets to go beat your ass in the night. And they do, too. They literally pee on him.
That's some serious disrespect. Because, honestly, in boxing...
He's a monster.
There is nobody... I mean, obviously, I'd be scared to get in the ring with any of them. I ain't gonna front. Yeah, those guys, anyone that's a boxer, like a fucking, like, actual professional boxer.
And even Baki was respected him when he walked into the room, too. He's like, oh, shit, yeah. You have to be number 2 in this place.
But of all of them, like, Mike Tyson's, like, the scariest dude in boxing.
I will say...
He's like...
the triplets get their comeuppance real bad. They get embarrassed right after.
But does then...
Not
Mike,
by Mike.
Does Mike Tyson
Mike
get anything else?
No.
So maybe he's just not a Mike Tyson fan of boxing.
I guess not, because he loves Muhammad Ali.
So does Mike Tyson. And Muhammad Ali loves him.
But I mean, those guys get real disrespected. One of them gets peed on, too.
That's unfortunate.
He gets peed on, and when the first person gets knocked out of the 3 of the triplets, one of them pees himself, the other one gets mind broken and is in the corner.
Poor Mike. Yeah, poor Mike Tyson. God damn it. Well, no, I think it's too... because the time frame is too late, but... Well, when is this? Because Mike wasn't in prison when Bush was president.
Oh, I don't think they're thinking about it that hard.
Well, because they keep it in continuity of Bush always being the president, even now.
Yeah.
But, and then, like... Well, maybe not, because the Muhammad Ali, when at that time Parkinson's had really affected him, but... Is Bruce Lee ever mentioned in the thing? Any other fighters of history that you at least know their name?
No. So, Musashi Miyamoto
is mentioned.
He's in it. He's in it. I don't remember if he's in one of my seasons or not, but I know he's in it.
How is he still alive? Well, I mean, how is the first human that fights T-Rexes still alive too? So
yeah.
Fucking Baki.
How does Baki shadowbox a mantis that actually does damage to him? Real physical, observable damage. He also shadowboxes, before he meets Mike Tyson, he shadowboxes Mike Tyson. The same thing. Baki gets so into, when he shadowboxes, like into a trance, that he actually receives damage from the opponents. He's not just mimicking it. Like, he'll come out with, like, a black eye from it. It's like...
It's just the observers over there watching, he's just punching himself in the face.
This is why I love Baki, right? He shadowboxes a mansion in a basement in front of a kid, and the kid's even like, whoa, he's taking damage from it. This is such a monumental thing that a general goes up to Yujiro, he's like, he fought a 25-foot tall mantis in his mind the other day. And Yujiro's like, that ain't shit. Come when he beats elephants like I do. I'm just like, what is going on? Soon he'll be ready to fight you. He shadow boxed a mantis and won the other day. It's fucking amazing, dude.
If someone came up to me and told me that, I was like, what the fuck
Watch
you
it
smoking?
dubbed. I swear to God, watch it dubbed just because it's so fucking funny, dude. It's...
Well, we know that's probably not
And when
gonna
he
happen,
beat a man into stupidity, I'm using stupidity, but it is the harsher word. The man got beaten so hard that after, he was a perfectly functional person, and then after he just literally sits around and goes, candy. I want candy. I'm just like, oh.
Just brain breaks everywhere.
He's one of my favorite antagonists too, but yeah, I digress. Watch Baki. It's so fucking funny, dude. It is one of the funniest things I've ever watched.
God.
I can't tell if it's intentional or not. It's so goddamn funny.
But I guess that's the lesson to pull out of today's episode is to
Watch
Baki.
Baki. Baki the Grappler.
And Lucius Smarter Than
If
Light.
you're not willing
Fight
to
me.
hunt down the old 90s seasons, just start with the Netflix seasons, which are technically season 3 and on. Just so good. So good. The Prisoner arc is so good.
Or read the manga.
Yeah.
But then
I don't know if
that's
it'll be
another
as
web browser.
funny.
Yeah, true. I don't know. That would be so far down at the bottom of the list. Let's be real.
It's so funny. It's so good.
But I think that's a perfect place to end this week. Stay tuned for next week for our top 10 video games of all time
Yeah.
lists.
And
with-
not JJK.
No JJK. With 3 honorable mentions. We may talk. Well, actually, we'll just save all we can just save all the chapters to the next time because I'm sure that video games will take up the whole.
Yeah, if anything, we'll just start out with the top 10s on the list. If you have extra time, we can talk about Dun to Dun.
Or whatever else we read.
It'll probably be Dun to Dun.
Well, I mean,
Unless you suddenly catch up to Sakabo days on me.
well,
Catch
because
up to me.
we didn't have Kaiju this week, so next week we'll have Kaiju.
Hopefully.
And
Hopefully it won't just be
probably
art
Spy
spreads.
Family, maybe. And maybe if I read some stuff.
Oh, we'll definitely have a Chainsaw Man, too.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll have a Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Alright, guys. This has been The Dukes of Weebdom, episode 24. Take care now.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Who do you think, Yajarobi or Tenten?